we started working with Leeds Met, we wanted to be able to have recordings of our productions so that we can use them, one, for archive purposes, but two, to be able to go over our ballets and show more people the work that we do. We also wanted to provide opportunities for students to come in and learn the skills that they would perhaps learn in the classroom in a practical environment.
The object of the exercise was to use the technical setup which we have for coverage of events like graduation to provide a production experience for media students, a multi-camera production shot on location, in this case with one of our partners, Northern Ballet Theatre, to provide them with a useful experience, but also to provide the partner with a quality product with a very quick turnaround.
What would be useful if we started just laying out the control area out there, and Bob can explain to you the different bits that make up the control area. Andy can then start taking people around who are interested in the camera positions, just setting those up.
Okay, so
a production like this provides a variety of experiences for students. They get an opportunity to do location camera. A number of the students were able to work on the audio recording side of the production, and a couple of the students were able to experience the roles of directing and vision mixing. Quite exciting, quite a demanding role for students to take on.
So that's the plan then. PZM's on the stage, rifle mics on the perches there, so we might as well get started. So let's get cracking. Alright?
We got told what microphones we had on offer, and we had a look round and decided where we're going to place what microphones and what purpose they would have. For example, we had 2 shotgun mics on the orchestra, we had 3 PZMs on the stage to pick up stage sounds, and we had 2 facing out towards the audience to pick up any reaction sounds.
At the moment we're feeding wire over onto the stage so we can get it into a box that's over there to go to our main audio desk. So we've got to run wires from these microphones all the way across the stage up into the next box over there. We've got 2 microphones, one that's going into the audience to get the sound of the room, and one that's being pointed directly at the orchestra.
Very beneficial to gain inside experience into what's going on at the minute, to learn the current standards of the industry, what's happening, and experience is vital. It's all very well learning it at university, but actually doing it practically and problem solving issues as you come on them, it's very important.
Our cameras that you've been setting up all morning, the cables that come out of those cameras, they all end up...
In the control area we had the sound desk, and that was next to the vision mixing board, which had fed back to the 4 different cameras that we had locked up. The Z1 was not manned, we just recorded off that, and then we had cables going to the 3 other cameras, and it was quite a bit of a task putting the cables out when we first set up actually.
Just doing a practice run of the cameras, so getting used to the controls and listening to the controller at the vision desk. How does that shot look? Does that look okay?
Okay, camera 2, that looks great. I feel like I am quite directing the camera a lot actually. I'm quite surprised that, that we've been given this amount of responsibility to do it and to be able to sort of actually call the technical shots and be able to literally choose from what we want to do with the cameras and be able to pick that all.
Today's been good. We learnt about all sorts of stuff that I didn't know before, and then looking forward to shooting now on Thursday.
The unique thing about a production opportunity like this is it gives the opportunity for students from different media courses across the university to work together, as well as the opportunity to take up craft roles like camera and sound. They also get the opportunity to direct and vision mix, which is a very demanding role, which involves developing a lot of quite transferable skills. You have to work under pressure, communicate well, and deal with things on the hoof, because you are recording this whole thing as live.
Well, we're just waiting to have a 15-minute bit of practice, and quite looking forward to it. Yeah.
Nervous, but I think
think it'll be fine? You
Yeah.
can talk well.
I'm going to 4, but camera 3 stand by camera 3. The multi-camera environment was quite challenging because it's quite a small screen that you've got all 4 cameras linked up on it, and I found it quite hard to work out which was camera 1, which was camera 2. But once we got into the swing of it and you were watching the action, you started to go, oh right, that's camera 1, let's key up camera 4 and see what it looks like after that, and that was quite... It took me about 10 minutes to fully get in the swing of it, but once I got the hang of it, it was quite good. And to be doing it, to cutting it live was quite an interesting thing to do, and it really worked my brain to work out what looked best and to make sure you got hook and pan fighting and things like that.
It wasn't really that stressful, but everyone was running on nervous energy at first, and then I think everybody just chilled out a little bit and everything smoothed over a little, and everyone just sort of naturally fell into the right roles that they were doing, and it all went quite smoothly.
Personally, I thought the project went much better than we could have expected. We got a very enthusiastic response from the students who were involved, difficult particularly because it was very close to Christmas. We also managed to provide a quality product for the Northern Ballet Theatre, a product that all the students could be very proud of.
I used to be a student at Leeds myself. I did the PR degree, and I know that experience like this is really, really valuable. When you're going out into the workplace, being able to say that you have got some practical experience and also putting it on your CV just gives you that edge sometimes over other candidates, and it gives you more confidence to go out in that industry knowing that you've actually experienced it for yourself, not just the theory-based work in the classroom, but you've got that practical experience, which is really, really important.
The environment we were in with the staff and pupils that I'd never met before was very beneficial. We learnt a lot from each other, and it was really nice to see how we all got on so quickly with the task in hand, considering we only met on the first day.
Well, the learning environment is completely different to something I've ever been used to before, because normally you sit in a lecture hall and you get lectured at for an hour and then you get kind of shoved off to go and do something. And whereas here it was, well, this is how this camera works, this is how the sound works, this is how you vision mix, and then you got kind of left to do it. And that I found quite stressful for the first 10 minutes. But then once I went, oh, actually, it's working, look what the picture looks like, I've relaxed into it and I felt a lot better about it.
We almost got held in at the deep end, but it wasn't a bad thing because we all did know what we were doing, and we were just sort of left to our own devices to do it, which was good because you sort of expect when you do work experience that you're going to be everyone's going to be straight on you, watching everything you do and making sure you do it right, but we were left to do quite a lot of our own creative ideas and be able to do what we wanted. So it was quite good as soon as the performance started and we all started filming. I think everyone just started concentrating and it all came together really well, and everyone just naturally did what they were going to do, and it all went really good.
By doing this, you really do get to grips with the whole media process, and that's again a really important piece of a theoretical puzzle for the undergraduates and the postgraduates like myself. But also, I mean, it's quite fun to do.
I think this sort of experience is brilliant. I think more people should do it and get involved, because with the degree it's all enclosed and on computers, whereas if you go out and get some experience, you've got personal development on actually getting hands-on. You've got the problem solving skills, which a lot of people don't really get to experience until you're in the job.
I think this is a wonderful thing for the university to do, and to do with places like the Northern Ballet Theatre, because I'd never been to the ballet before, and then obviously you had to film all the flying, and that was quite challenging as well. So yes, I think this project was a very good thing to do, and they should do some more of them.